evening once again, Phoenix, and we welcome everybody out to Concord Stadium here on the campus of Bowling Green State University for tonight's match between the Griffins of Canisius College and your Bowling Green State University Falcons. Our officials for tonight's match are referee Lake Kelly, assistant referees John Spezak, Eric Watt, and Chris Spezak. Here then are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the visiting Golden Griffins of Canisius College. In goal is number 1, Fabio Dierka. Number 4, Killian Pena. Number 5, Aliesa Adazore. Number 6, Julius Schoner. Number 7, Manuele Cavalizzole. Number 10, Johnny Tiki. Number 11, Frederico Moretto. Number 12, Troy Brady. Number 13, Alessandro Fabiano. Number 15, Vince Cancella. And number 19, Lachlan Beaver. Head coach for Canisius is Dermot McCray. He's assisted by Andrew Hinshaw and Hunter Walsh. And now the starting lineup for your Bowling Green State University Falcons. In goal, a senior from Toulouse, France, number 24, Anthony Buendia. A junior defender from France, number 4, Achille Robin. A senior defender from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, number 5, Tom Roble. A junior midfielder from Holland, Ohio, number 8, Zach Disher. A senior midfielder from Cincinnati, number 9, Charlie Majeski. A senior forward from Copley, Ohio, number 10, Chris Brennan. A sophomore midfielder from Bowling Green, Ohio, number 12, Cale Nickel. A freshman defender from Windsor, Ontario, Canada, number 13, Michael Montgomery. A sophomore defender from Marysville, Ohio, number 18, Matt Walter. Sophomore midfielder from Gahanna, Ohio, number 20, Jensen Lakoska. And a junior midfielder from Naperville, Illinois, number 22, Chris Sullivan. Director of Soccer Operations, Kyle Milner. Assistant coaches, Sean Teepin, Nate Kaponik, and Matt Curran. And in his 11th season at the helm of the Orange and Brown, head coach Eric Nickel. And introducing to you the 12th man on the BGSU men's soccer team, it's the Concord Crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd ask that everybody please rise and direct your attention to the flag at the north end of the stadium as we honor America, as well as all those who have served, those who are serving, and those who will be serving in our armed forces with the singing of our national anthem. Performing our national anthem this evening is a first-year graduate student majoring in vocal performance from Almond, New York, Miss Carolyn Anderson.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's. Cool. Do I? Do I just? Oh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cochran Stadium here on the campus of Bowling Green State University, where we will be bringing you the match between the Canisius College Golden Griffins and your Bowling Green State University Falcons. Hi, I'm Zach Smith, and I'll be here all night to bring you the call for this gloomy-looking Saturday night game here, where at the start of this game it's around 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Going to go ahead and get you the starting lineups for the game tonight. For the Canisius College Golden Griffins, at goalkeeper, you have number 1, Fabio Dorico. Number 4, Killian Paynes. Number 5, Valesio Atzori. Number 6, Julius Schoner. Number 7, Manuel Cavazzoli. Number 10, Johnny Tecchi. Number 11, Federico Moretto. Number 12, Troy Brady. Number 13, Alessandro Fabiano. Number 15, Vince Cancella. And number 19, Lachlan Beaver. And lining for your Bowling Green Falcons, at goalkeeper, Anthony Moebia. Number 4, the defender, Akil Robin. Number 5, the defender, Tom Roble. Number 8, the midfielder, Zach Bisher. Number 9, the forward, Charlie Majeski. Number 10, the forward, Chris Brennan. Number 12, the midfielder, Cale Nichols. Number 13, the defender, Michael Montemurray. Number 18, the midfielder, Matt Walters. Number 20, the midfielder, Jensen Locasco. Number 22, the forward, Chris Sullivan. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Bowling Green Falcons, as Canisius will go ahead and throw it in. The Falcons come into this match off of a tough loss to the Kentucky Wildcats in Lexington, as they fell 2-0. The Falcons, only allowing 3 shots on the goal, were unable to maintain momentum against that Wildcats team, dropping their record to 4-3-1 here entering this game, as the ball goes out of bounds yet again off of the Falcons. A lot of aggressiveness early here for them. The Golden Griffins season also has not exactly gone to plan, as they come into this matchup 1-5-0. And last time out, they fell to the Cornell Grizzlies when they were shut out 2-0. So both of these teams need to get their offense going here tonight, as we've watched Bowling Green here so far be aggressive on offense. Both teams overall are playing pretty clean soccer, not dishing out many fouls. So that foul game is huge, as Bowling Green driving down and the ball's kicked out of bounds. That's going to be a corner kick for the Falcons. Looks to be number 9, Charlie Majeski, going over there to take that kick.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
As he will just send it in down the side, and pass will be sent back to Majeski. Shot attempt, header missed, and right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Fabio Dorico. First shot on goal is unsuccessful for the Falcons. A little bit of a dribble behind the back, looking for somebody to throw it to, just out in front, and the boot. Received by Canisius, as they make their approach on the goal. A lot of across the field action here. But Bowling Green overall has played very solid defense for this team, and that's helped keep them in games and lead them to a 4-3-1 record under head coach Eric Nichols, the Ohio State alum, here in his 11th year coaching. Headed by the Falcons, and the Falcons are going to go ahead and take their time down the field. Down the field, help is coming. Streaking down the left side, looked to be a Keel Robin. Excuse me, that was number 12, Kale Nichols out there, and the goalkeeper will just send it on out of bounds. So a throw-in for the Falcons. Thrown in, and good pressure there by the Golden Griffins just to get it sent back over for the goalkeeper, Anthony Moebia. And it's going to go out of bounds yet again on the Canisius Golden Griffins, who come into this game, as I mentioned, 1-5-0, not getting much offensive power from that sideline. With their only win of the season, coming against Binghamton, where they won 2-1. As they run down the field, pressuring, and just saved by the Falcons. Great defense there just to keep it out of the goal area. So throw in for the Golden Griffins. So while the Canisius Golden Griffins are 1-5-0, they have had one game go to overtime where they lost in double overtime 3-4 in Utah to Utah Valley. That was back on the 13th of September, on Friday the 13th. A little bit of a deception move out here on the field for the Falcons. Here in their home grays. And they will whistle what I believe to be an offsides. Canisius in their navy blue tops and golden pants. Blue socks up to the knees. And it is the home grout fit for the Bowling Green Falcons. It's gray tops, gray bottoms, and the gray socks. The free kick is just received by the Falcons and sent back onto Canisius' side of the field. The big thing with this game, of course, being the weather. As mentioned, it just has not looked very promising for Bowling Green weather today. It did rain earlier, and it looked for the longest time before the match started that it was going to rain again, as Bowling Green's got some numbers down the field. Led ahead. And great save there by Canisius' goalkeeper, Fabio Dorico, as Bowling Green, the second shot on goal, does not want to go through either. Great aggressiveness here for the Falcons to start this game. And the doubleheader just ends up at the feet of a Bowling Green defender. Juke moves. That's better than most juke moves by most NFL receivers. Sent across the field to Kale Nichols. And overall, great offensive power by the Falcons here tonight, as so far they're putting all the pressure on Canisius, as Canisius just has not gotten anything going. The Falcons, after losing last week's matchup to the Kentucky Wildcats, there wasn't a lot other than the offense that needed to be adjusted. Great defense, not a lot of fouling, as slide tackle by Canisius. That's number 7, Manuel Cavazzoli. Looked to catch a little more than the ball, but nothing called. And Bowling Green's just looking to see how the referees are going to be this evening, whether they will be neutral or tough, as most teachers would say, tough graders. But Bowling Green has not lost back-to-back matches for the first time in nearly a year so far. PG suffered road losses to Cleveland State and Purdue-Fort Wayne in September of 2018. But since, they've gone 9-2-3 in regular season contests and 9-3-3 overall before falling to Cincinnati and nationally ranked Kentucky over the last week. So Bowling Green has played some pretty great opponents so far. Received by the Falcons. And driving down the field yet again are these Falcons, but Canisius is not allowing them to get anything easily. Good save there by number 8, Zach Busher. Nice send downfield, one man to beat for the Falcons. And just off the hands of the goalkeeper, Fabio Dorico, who has been under duress this entire game by this Falcon offense, as he just sends another one behind the goal and another corner kick for these Falcons.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Back there to kick, I believe, is Charlie Wojcicki again. Another short kick into the open field. And the header, the jump for it was just a little overdone. And the whistle blows, and Canisius will get the ball. The last time these Canisius Golden Griffins played the Falcons was back in 2007 on September 16th, coincidentally the same day as my mom's birthday, where the Golden Griffins won 2-1. So we have a 0-1 record against them all time. But of course, this is a much different team than it was back in 2007. It's 12 years ago, so completely new faces on this team and at the head coaching position as well. One of the big players to watch in this game is senior Chris Brennan. He leads the team with 10 points this season and had a 6-match point scoring streak snapped at Kentucky on Tuesday. He now has career totals of 39 points on 14 goals and 11 assists, leading all current Falcons in each of those 3 categories. So getting Chris Brennan going is going to be huge for these Falcons. Driving down the field, they've got numbers, and not to risk an offsides, they just let it get back into the hands of Fabio Dorico. He's just standing over there, and the boot. Great kick, headed by the Falcons to give them an opportunity to get back on defense. Contest and numbers again for the Falcons. There was no foul, as it looked like from my vantage point on the right here near the press box, there was a little bit of excess pushing and shoving, but nothing was called by the referees. Ball goes just past the feet of Bowling Green and back to Fabio Dorico, who kind of just lets it sit there. And received by Canisius, but a whistle. So they're going to go ahead and call a foul on the Bowling Green Falcons. So a free kick for Canisius. Taking that is number 6, Julius Schoner. And headed by Canisius, and the Falcons defense stands firm again, as a little bit of stumbling out there. As I mentioned, it did rain earlier, so the grass could be a little wet, especially as we get into the evening here in Bowling Green, Ohio, going on 7:15 here. The grass could be getting a little wet due to condensation as well, although the lights are on the field. Here's the kick. He's got a man. Anthony Moebia is getting back. Number 11, Federico Moreto was back there. And the shot on goal, wide. That's Troy Brady on the other end, not to be confused with the Patriots superstar Tom Brady. Both coincidentally wear number 12, which I'm sure is not a coincidence. Was just not there on the other side of the goal. Where on most times during free kicks or corner kicks, you have a player over there on the back end. As most players will say, watch the back end, especially towards lower levels of soccer, just to ensure that no easy points get in there on the header as the throw-in is received and sent back to Fabio DeRico. And another boot. Great leg on DeRico. And the Falcons' defense is standing firm, as other than that one just misplayed ball by Troy Brady, the Falcons have not allowed a lot of pressure to their goalie, Anthony Moebia. And nice save by Moebia, and that's going to go right into the net. Moebia made a great save on the right side of the goal box, but unfortunately, Canisius was right there on the center area, and with no goalie there and nobody else allowed to use their hands, goal, Canisius Golden Griffins. 1-0 here. There is 29 minutes and 58 seconds here in the first half left here at Cochran Stadium here in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Canisius goal scored by number 13, Alessandro Fabiano.
That goal was scored by Alessandro Fabiano, the only score on this board so far. As Bowling Green's offense has been working, but unfortunately no points. Slide tackle by number 4, Killian Paynes. And it will be Falcons ball. Throw in. The Falcons are looking to get a substitution in here in just a moment. Matt Walters to come back in the game in a moment or so. I will let you know when that happens. Saved by the Falcons. Just sent back to midfield for the reset. Sent over. Header. And saved yet again by Canisius' defense. So for as much as Canisius has been tested offensively, their defense has been really doing well. As a little slip up there. Another reset and another header attempt. It was a little risky as Fabio DeRico came in to try and help out, make a play on it, leaving an open goal for Canisius. But nothing came of it. Great play. And just a little wide. Another chance for the Falcons, and again wide, as little too much power on both the Falcons' headers and kicks, as that would have been a goal, but Fabio DeRico and this Canisius Golden Griffins defense just stands firm. That substitution is going to go ahead and happen. Vinny Warner is going to come in for Matt Walters. The Vinny Warner, the junior midfielder from Copley, Ohio. First substitution for the Falcons. This Falcons defense has only really been tested twice, once on a missed play by the Golden Griffins and the other on the goal that came against them. But they will be tested yet again right here. And across field, back to number 15 of Canisius, Vince Cancilla, to reset. Back to Troy Brady. And out of bounds for Falcon ball. Sent up the field, and in an attempt to get the Bowling Green Falcons offense pushing yet again. And with the throw, they're going to go ahead and whistle for a free kick for Canisius. Little extra throwing around here. Falcons are calling for the man up. The kick is long, and ooh, Moebia, I heard that hit from here as he came in. Moebia is down, as is Lachlan Beaver of Canisius, and a third player is down. I can't see the number for there, as there was just a solid smack between the goalkeeper Anthony Moebia and Lachlan Beaver, as Beaver is holding his face. I didn't see the injury that looked to happen to the other Bowling Green player that is down. But he looks a little shaken up too. Moebia is back up. He's walking back towards the goal. So it looks like he's okay, as he's just going to get some water in him and look to shake it off. Lachlan Beaver is also on his feet, which is great to see, as I'm sure he's going to come out of the game. And from my observation, I'd be willing to bet that he's going to get looked at least for a concussion. That was a solid smack. But one player is still down for the Falcons. He's on his feet. So good sign as all players are able to stand up. Moebia is okay. Beaver is being walked off. And that's number 8, Zach Bisher, for the Falcons, who was a little shaken up. Still looks a little shaken up, as the Bowling Green staff looks at Moebia for a moment. But what a collision there. Kudos to the aggressiveness of Lachlan Beaver, as well as Anthony Moebia. As Cochran Stadium, excuse me, is silent, waiting for the Falcons to be all checked out.
Am I correct that Canisius subbed number 3 in for the injured player?
Anthony Moebia is wanting to stay in the game, but I think the official is going to make him come out. As the official trots away. Moebius is going to go ahead and check out, as he was on the other end of that vicious hit that already sent Lachlan Beaver out. A new goalkeeper is going to come in. That is Logan Kowalczyk, I believe, who's going to come in. Number 33, the freshman from Pinckney, Michigan. He's going to go ahead and warm up on the sideline for just a second. He's going to be the substitute for the Falcons, as Moebius is going to need to get checked out.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He's going to be the first player to check in. For Canisius, Matthew Spangler is going to go ahead and check in for Lachlan Beaver. And then for the Falcons, as mentioned, number 33, Logan Kowalczyk, is going to go ahead and check in. The true freshman will go play goalie. And then for
number 19, Lachlan Beaver, and the game now for the Falcons, number 33, Logan Kowalczyk, in for Anthony Melindia, and number 7, Abdi Faki, in the game for.
And Abdi Faki, the freshman, another true freshman from Toledo, Ohio, is going to check in as well. And just send out of bounds on the header by the Falcons. Again, 1-0 here for the Golden Griffins, as they currently lead the Bowling Green Falcons. And header over there by Bowling Green, and it's going to be Canisius's ball on the far sideline. Sent over, and now it's going to be up to this defense to help out the true freshman goalie that's in there in place of Anthony Moebia. And the ball's inbound. Falcons drive down, but this Canisius team plays well, and this defense for Canisius is just playing really, really well. This has been a very defensive game. It's been a relatively clean game. And other than that one impact between Moebia and Lachlan Beaver, there hasn't been anything that's really been injury-wise for the Falcons, as the Falcons are going to get another opportunity here. Cross court, and great job there by number 4. That's Killian Paynes just getting in the way of the Bowling Green shot, as that shot was going to go in. Fabio Dorica was not ready for that. And another opportunity for Bowling Green, and another slip-up. Cale Nichols has had all day on the left side of the field, from my vantage point at least, and he just slips again. That field has not been kind to him, so he might want to change his shoes. Bowling Green's going to go ahead and try to push the tempo again, and it's going to go out of bounds on Troy Brady, number 12 of Canisius, excuse me. Thrown in by the Falcons. just going to try to get it to midfield and allow the reset. Sent up and through, and that's going to be another ball sent right up for Kale Nichols. Kale Nichols, great juke move right there. Sends it across the field just a little over the head of the guy on the other side. And reset over dugout by Canisius. Canisius, excuse me. I'm just getting my tongue twisted up here. Another boot in the direction of Kale Nichols. Kale Nichols, another one that's just been taken, and he can't save it because it's going to go out of bounds near the left corner from the press box. And Canisius is going to go ahead and send it in. And it will just be sent over into the midfield, give everybody an opportunity to reset a little bit. The Falcons are really helping out their true freshman goalkeeper that's out there, Logan Kowalczyk. Another good juke there by the Falcons. A lot of moves out there. Kale Nichols on the contest is going to just get sent right over his head. Number 11 for Canisius, Federico Moretto, drives down. Troy Brady is the only Canisius Golden Griffin in the area, and the Bowling Green defense stands firm. Kale Nichols pushing the tempo just a little bit. Number 10 sends it right up to number 9. It's another one-on-one matchup. Sent right over the top, and great placed defender for the Golden Griffins. And they're going to whistle yet another foul on the Falcons. I believe that was a handball if I'm not mistaken, but I can be wrong. So another free kick. And it's going to be sent back to Fabio Dorico, standing all by himself over there on the left side of the field. Across and over the head, so both headers missed. And Bowling Green's going to push the tempo again, send it right on over. And just sent out of bounds, as BG was coming up right behind the Golden Griffin defender, and he felt that he just needed to send it out for a throw-in for the Falcons. Looking for somebody to throw to. And good little throw. And right to the feet of Kale Nichols. And another great stop there. Fabio Dorico has been the player of the game so far for the Golden Griffins, as he has made some great stops here against this relentless Falcon attack. Since Coach Eric Nichols took over the program in 2009, the Falcons have a record of 58-8-6 when scoring at least 2 goals in a match. Bowling Green is now 29-2-2 and scoring 3 or more goals. And another great job there by the Falcons, as they're going to get an opportunity for another kick in the corner. So a corner kick. This is going to be the 3rd corner kick for the Falcons, as the first 2 times the Golden Griffins were able to hold on to that, and it's going to be sent nice and short. Nothing too big on these corner kicks so far. Another one sent to the top. And right into the hands of Fabio Dorico as if he were a punt returner in American football instead of European football, which is soccer. And that's going to be the first time that the true freshman touches the ball back there in goal, just to help reset. Cale Nichols drives, and it was cut off there by the Golden Griffins. Second time back there for Logan Kowalczyk, who is in for Anthony Moebia. And the Falcons will get back to midfield to reset. Troy Brady steals the ball away, but it's given right back to the Falcons. So the Falcons are going to push yet again. And just a little bit of a misstep there by the Falcons, and Canisius will go ahead and keep pushing. One to nothing still to score here from Cochran Stadium. Zach Smith here on the call. And so far the story for this game has been all about Fabio Dorico, the goalie for the Golden Griffins, as he has made some great saves. Cale Nichols, another one-on-one matchup. And Fabio Dorico, there's that man again. Bowling Green fans wanted a foul called for a push by Dorico, but no dice. They're going to rule the offside against the Golden Griffins as he got past the last Bowling Green defender before the ball got there. So Falcon ball here on a night, again, that's been all about defense and Fabio Dorico for the Golden Griffins. For the Falcons, their offense has been pretty good, actually. And other than some pretty impressive stops by this Golden Griffins defense, they've had no big answer. And it's going to be sent out. It's not going to be a corner kick. It's just going to be a throw-in. So great heads-up play there by the Golden Griffins defense. Going to be sent in. And going to reset just a little bit. Sent up and over, and it's a header that goes up instead of forward. And yet another missed opportunity for the Falcons defense, or offense, excuse me. Canisius is going to make a substitution. Troy Brady is going to go ahead and come on out for number 22, Ethan Grover, the freshman from Warsaw, New York. Great job by the Falcons defense to yet again thwart Canisius, as Cale Nichols again on that left side is just going to keep pushing, and Dorico's going to let it go out for a goal kick. "13 minutes left here.
Sydney just got that. Appreciate it.
Sent up over. And the Falcons, yet again, are being tested on defense. Another one across, one-on-one matchup for the Golden Griffins. And more Falcons swarm. The Golden Griffins over there calling it across court, and it's going to go out And corner kick, Golden Griffins. Going over to take the kick for the Griffins is number 6, Julius Schoner.
Corner kick, Canisius.
As the Golden Griffins stack the box. And that kick, I'd say, was won by the Falcons. And the big talk's got to be just get it out of the box. Great job back there by the defense of the Falcons just to keep that ball away. And they're going to go ahead and just get that away. Great stop there by the Falcons team as Falcons wanted a foul there called against number 13, Alessandro Fabiano. And now the foul's gonna be called on Fabiano, or not Fabiano, excuse me. That's called on number 23, Tyler Lewandowski, as he slide tackled the goalie, which you can't do. So Logan Kowalczyk is gonna go ahead and take it from the goal. And with 11 minutes left in this first half, the Falcons really are going to be pushing to get this offense rolling. Cale Nichols, nice little move. And this left side, which has been nice to the Falcons so far today, is open yet again. Got there by the Falcons, sent over to the left side. Cross field, won by the Golden Griffins. It was just a botched play offensively for the Falcons, as they're going to go ahead and retain the ball on the left side of the field in an effort to try to tie this game up before this first half comes to a close here at Cochran Stadium. Nice little up the seam. Dorico is out of the goal, but great job by the Golden Griffins to keep it in play and away from the goal as another Falcon offensive attack is thwarted by this defense. And not a lot of movement out here by the Falcons defense and by the Golden Griffins offense. It's been a fairly one-sided game up to this point offensively. Bowling Green's offense has been there. Foul as the whistle is blown. And number 7 for Canisius, Manuel Cavazzoli, over there trying to explain his case, hands up in the air. Doesn't know what's going on. The ball's just been put back into play. All the players kind of just did not look to know what was going on. Cale Nichols is going to get another opportunity on the left side. Going up, number 9, Charlie Majeski's got the ball. And it's going to just be sent out of bounds and the ball into the bleachers down there on the left side of the press box. Canisius is going to go ahead and make a substitution. Ryan Bergenow is going to come in for Julius Schoner. For the Falcons, Vinny Warner is going to go ahead and check out. And I don't remember, or I can't see a number of who came in. Little deception move, left foot. And the ball still is going to stay with the Falcons as the Falcons are going to try to put another attempt on the goal. Number 7, Manuel Cavazzoli, was on that defensive stop there for the Golden Griffins. Great job by them. And it's going to be Golden Griffin ball as it went off the Falcons and out of bounds. Throw in to the Golden Griffins. up the field. And the header just goes the wrong way. So the header really has not been helpful to either team tonight, as another whistle is blown and another Golden Griffin free ball, as another player is a little shaken up on that. I believe that is Alessandro Fabiano, as it was. So he's going to trot back over there as the wall is formed on the right side of the field, just in front of the penalty box. Or not the penalty box, excuse me. Sent over, mistimed header, and it's going to roll on out. Goal kick. Great job there by the Falcons defense to not allow anything even remotely near the goal. The wind partially helped, as did the mistimed header, but great job to the defense. Kowalczyk going to make the goal kick and the boot. Header won by Bowling Green. And the slide tackle, ball's going to go out. Throw in for the Falcons. This could also just be a stall tactic by Canisius, trying to wear the clock out for a little bit, as this defense has been tested. And that's going to sail behind the goal. Had field goal level distance, as it just flies over the goal. And yet again, the Golden Griffin defense is going to be bailed out.
Substitution into the game for Canisius, number 2, Ryan Dagelman, in the game for number 11.
Canisius' Ryan Dagelman is going to go ahead and check into the ball game. Is sitting down for a little bit, I believe, is Federico Moretto. Ball is won by the Golden Griffins as they try to add to the lead. Kowalczyk is just going to send the boot. Going to get close to the midfield line, but won yet again by Canisius. The Golden Griffins have actually, towards the later part of this first half, have been a little more relentless on their offensive attack, as their defense has bailed itself out behind Fabiano Dorico, the goalkeeper for the Golden Griffins. Throw-in is to BG. As we tick under the 4-minute mark here, left in the first half. Kept in bounds by the Falcons, and just set up for a mild reset at midfield. Whistle is blown. I did not see for what. I'd imagine it would be an offsides of sorts. Offsides is one of the most debated penalties in soccer, as it's so hard to judge from time to time, as sometimes it's just based off of what the referee can see, and sometimes it's very blatant. Offsides is also a penalty that is shown in many professional sports, including hockey and football, well, American football. Cale Nichols is over there on the left side, and that left side has been open all game for Cale Nichols. He just has not been able to make anything out of it other than some almost goals. Cale Nichols yet again is open on the left side, as that's going to get sent out of bounds. Last touched by the Falcons, so Canisius is going to be bailed out yet again. And the launch is going to just be sent in and saved by Canisius. Slide tackle there. Nothing but ball on that. Sent back to the top. Kale Nichols is wide open on the left side, and that's where I think that ball was headed. But instead, it bounces off Canisius and heads to the right side. And that almost hit the ref as you hear chants of, "Get out of the way." The referee is right in the middle of all the action. Ooh, great attempt there by the Falcons, sent out of bounds by number 4, Killian Paynes, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Falcons. Minute 40 left in this first half, so this could be a big corner.
Corner kick, Bowling Green.
Sent short. And the Falcons sent right over. Header right into the hands of the goalkeeper, Fabio DeRico, who has been the story for this Golden Griffins team. Other than the goal by Fabiano earlier. The kick is sent over. And for the most part, both teams kind of just stared at the ball after that ball was received.
1 minute remaining.
As we have hit the 1 minute mark left in this game. Good contest there by the Falcons. As Kowalczyk is just going to pick up the ball, cradle it for just a second, and roll it out. And give it the boot to send it over the field. 30 seconds left for the Falcons. They have the ball. Looking just to get some momentum going into the half. And the whistle's going to get sounded against Bowling Green. So Canisius is going to be able to just run this clock out with 10 seconds and counting.
9, 8, 7, 6.
The timer has begun. Ball sent over.
3,
And both teams are just going to let this head into halftime. And that's where the score will be. It's 1-0 Canisius right now, as the Golden Griffins are up over the Bowling Green Falcons here at Cochran Stadium. Overall, great play here by the Falcons so far, but obviously the big factor has been Fabio DeRico for the Golden Griffins, as they are sitting over there looking good on defense, as he has made some really, really good plays, helping this team stay in it, as there's been quite a few shots on that goal that he has been able to save. For the Falcons, it's been pretty smooth sailing since Anthony Moebia came out of the game after he collided with Lachlan Beaver. So great job there by the Falcons on both ends. It's going to take a lot of offensive power to get through. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here for halftime. We will get back to you in a little bit. Back to Cochran Stadium here at Bowling Green State University. We are just getting underway, gonna get ready to go underway here in the second half as the ball is just sent away for Canisius. Canisius is currently up 1-0 over your Bowling Green Falcons. Zach Smith here on the call here at Cochran Stadium. Flag's gonna get waved, and Bowling Green's gonna go ahead and get the ball. Couple things to note from the first half. First of all, for the Falcons, a little bit of good news for them as Zach Bisher is back there, or back on the field after he took a little bit of an injury early in the first half. Two players not out there on the field for both teams. The first one is Anthony Mwembia for the Bowling Green Falcons. The goalkeeper was once on one side of a vicious hit early in the first half against Lachlan Beaver, number 19 for Canisius. Both players are not on the field right now, and I would imagine neither would return. So back out there at goalie is Logan Kowalczyk still, the true freshman. Couple stats for you from the first half. 10 total shots were taken by the Falcons, whereas 4 for the Golden Griffins. The Falcons had 4 corner kicks to the Golden Griffins 1. But the real story has come from saves and fouls. The Golden Griffins in that first half had 4 total saves, where the Falcons only had 1, as Fabio Dorico, who is out there at goal right now, just gets his 5th save. He has been the X factor for this Canisius Golden Griffin team, as the Falcons have attacked him on offense, and they've done a really good job at that. Their defense has played a little lackluster, these Canisius Golden Griffins, as that ball is going to go ahead and sail out of bounds, so new ball is going to go ahead and get sent on. But Fabio Dorico has truly been the X factor for the Golden Griffins. The other big thing to mention in that first half, 6 total fouls by the Falcons to none by the Golden Griffins, as the referee, Leighton Kelly, has really just been calling the fouls on Bowling Green, some of which are understandable, but a lot of them, to the naked eye, I did not see. For the Falcons, this defense has played quite well, although the score begs to differ at 1-0. But that only came on 1 goal, which was scored by Alessandro Fabiano with 15:01 left on the time screen in the first half. The assist to Johnny Techie in that one. Yet again, the Falcon offense, and goal for the Falcons. The one ball Fabio Dorico could not hold on to gets right past him and into the back right corner of the net on the right side over here. Goal for the Falcons, as we are now tied up at 1. Great find there on the left side, and great job by the Falcons just to get it to go across the field past Dorico and into the net. Little bit of a t-shirt toss going on down here after the Falcons scored. It comes right into the press box. So press box got a little bit of something. That goal was by Chris Sullivan. Ball almost dug out there. Good job there by Kowalczyk and the Bowling Green defense to go ahead and get through that. Chris Sullivan, number 22, scored the goal, as mentioned. Cale Nichols assisted on that. I've mentioned Cale Nichols' name quite a lot tonight. He's been wide open during the first half, just wide open on the left side of the field. He's now on the left side, on the other side of the field, as after halftime, both sides switch. So tied at 1. A little bit of life back in this Falcons team. Maybe just needed a little bit of a talking to during that break by head coach Eric Nichols in his 11th year. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. And BG's going to get the ball. Bowling Green's offense back to work. Another one-on-one matchup sent across the field and sent out by Canisius as they're going to go ahead and reset themselves. And that ball's going to just continue to roll. And it's going to stay in bounds as Bowling Green's going to go ahead and keep it in. And sent up to midfield. And great stop there by number 4 for Canisius, Killian Paynes. He has been a great defensive player for Canisius, just not allowing the Falcons, to get past him. And it's going to be sent back to Fabio Dorico. Fabio Dorico has done great for Canisius. And Canisius is finally going to get a whistle blown at them on a push there by number 6, Julius Schoner.
Get there, boys.
And that ball's going to get sent out for a corner kick for Bowling Green. Bowling Green's offense, again, coming back to life after being pretty aggressive during that first half, has scored a goal to start off here, and now Bowling Green's going to get the corner. And that one's going to be the first time that he doesn't just drop off the corner kick. It's going to get sent right at the goal. So a lot more aggressiveness, and that ball's going to get sent out. So yet another corner kick for your Falcons. On the left side of the field right now is Logan Kowalczyk, along with one BG defender. Other than that, everybody else is over near the net on the right side of the field for this corner kick. A player's right there next to the player taking the corner kick, and another one sent right at the goal. So not a lot of height to the Falcons' corner kicks that have been sent right at the goal, more so at the feet, as that's going to go ahead and go out for another goal kick by Fabio Dorico. No players thrown out cautions or anything like that yet, so in that regard, it's been a clean game. The only players that have gone out were Anthony Moabia, as well as Lachlan Beaver earlier in the first half due to an injury. And going back to that injury, that's a louder hit than I've seen or I've heard in more football games or other sports like that. That was all body. So hope for the best for both Lachlan Beaver and Anthony Moabia. Both teams have gotten a lot more aggressive here in this second half. Perhaps just getting a few minutes just to sit and breathe for a little bit for both teams has been great for their confidence and for their stamina. That ball is going to be told it's a corner. So a corner kick is going to come up for the Golden Griffins. During that first period, they only had one corner kick. So this is going to be their second corner kick of the night. And the corner kick's just going to get dropped off to a player right there. So another time that Canisius just hasn't been able to do anything. And Logan Kowalczyk, great job there by him, not allowing anything to get past him, as that ball almost went across the line, but he saved it. Great job for this Falcons team. The Falcons, their defense just hasn't really been there during this second period. Granted, it's only 10 minutes in, but good defense leads to better offense, as I like to say, whether it be volleyball, football, soccer, hockey. When you play good defense, you're going to be able to go up against any team, and your offense is going to continue to do better. But this Falcons defense so far has been able to stand up to these Golden Griffins, and it's led to pretty solid offense here in this second half. And a slide tackle there, and player is down a little bit. Whistle's blown. And another player for the Falcons is shaken up, as is a player for the Golden Griffins, as the Golden Griffins are waving over to their sideline to get a player out there, as it looks to be a lower right leg injury for the Golden Griffin player down. The injured Falcon is up, so he looks to be okay. But there could be something not fun for this Golden Griffin player, as it again looks to be a leg injury, as he is not moving that leg at all. The training staff is out there. It's been a good day or a good weekend so far for Bowling Green sports. The Bowling Green volleyball team just getting underway with their MAC conference play beat Ohio University last night 3-2 after coming back from a dramatic comeback win. They lost the first two sets and won 3 straight to win that game. They traveled to Kent today, and they remain undefeated in conference play, beating Kent State in 3 straight sets. Their next game is going to be on Friday against the Akron Zips at the Stroh. So they're going to get their opportunity to represent the conference and the Stroh Center. As the Golden Griffin player is going to go ahead and walk off the field. He's got to get some help, though. That looks to be number 5, Alessio Atzori. As it's hard to see the number. But that right leg is not touching the ground. He's not putting any weight on it, so that could be relatively serious. So we hope for the best for him. Coming in for him is going to be Federico Moreto, number 11 for the Canisius Golden Griffins. Free kick to the Falcons, and that's going to get sent right out of bounds. And they're going to make it a goal kick for the Golden Griffins. So another opportunity for the Falcons does not pan out. And the kick is going to be a good one by Dorico. One, though, by the Falcons. It's going to be sent back to Dorico, as he's just going to go ahead and send it out of bounds for a throw-in, as the Falcons were pressuring. That's number 2, Vinny Warner, who is over there trying to push for the Falcons. This ball sent to the middle of the field. And now Canisius is going to go ahead and take an opportunity. But the Falcons' defense is right there. It's going to be sent over to the right side, which is open all day for number 9, That's Charlie Majeski. Charlie Majeski's going to get the whistle. A little bit of a trip. And it's going to be a free kick for the Falcons. Charlie Majeski is going to go ahead and take that. The Bowling Green football team will be taking on Notre Dame Fighting Irish this coming Saturday in South Bend, Indiana at 3:30 p.m. as the team, along with first-year coach Scott Leffler, looks to right the ship after losing 3 straight games. Nice little tap maneuver by the Falcons is unsuccessful as Wojcicki tried to send it into the net, but nice header there by Canisius. So the header was another big story during that first half that was really a problem for both teams. Neither team really able to use it effectively. The Falcons look to push tempo a little bit. Sent back, looking just to reset. As the communication has gotten a lot better for these Falcons here in this game. Saved by the Falcons. Sent to the right side. Wojcicki looking for somebody. Nice save there. Just gets past the foot of Wojcicki trying to save it. And the ball's just going to get sent out of bounds by Troy Brady to reset. And the ball sent right back in. So no real time to reset for the Canisius Golden Griffins. Wojcicki coming up the side, gets past Troy Brady. Good save, wide open shot. And goal for the Falcons! Great shot there by the Falcons. Vinny Warner set him up perfectly on the right side. One man to beat, and with the left foot sends it in just past Fabio Dorico, who was just so solid in that first half. Has just not had his best up here in the second half. It is now 2-1 Falcons here on a great night for soccer. Saturday night, where else would you want to be? Substitution. Alessandro Fabiano is going to go ahead and check in for number 14, Ryan Bergenau, as there is a Golden Griffin down a little bit, slow to get up. That's number 7, Manuel Cavazzoli, who takes the shot. Chris Brennan is going to go ahead and get the goal, or be credited for the goal. Chris Brennan, I mentioned earlier, he leads the team with now 11 points this season. And if that's the last point scored, that would be the seventh time this season where he has scored the match point. That ball's going to get sent out behind the goal, behind Fabio Dorico, for a goal kick. 29 minutes and counting here at Cochran Stadium. Zach Smith here bringing you this call. Dug out by the Golden Griffins and sent over the midfield line in an effort to reset. And Kowalczyk is going to go ahead and play it, but an offsides is called. So, as in terms of fouls, the Golden Griffins have played a little sloppy here in this second half, kind of hurting themselves with their with the offsides calls, as well as some of the pushing and shoving. The Falcons have played a relatively clean second half after giving up 6 fouls in that first half. So that must have been a major adjustment for this team, as it's going to go out of bounds BG is going to go ahead and throw the ball in on the throw-in. Sent in. Wojcicki's over there. Fields that. Brennan's back there again as the ball's taken away by the Golden Griffins as they try to get a win here. Another push by the Falcons, looking to score again. But right there was Killian Paynes, who is very, very hard to get past on defense. He's such a big guy, and he's got that great wingspan, especially around his feet as well, and just not allowing anything to get past him. Great job by the Falcons defense as well, not allowing anything really to happen this second half for the true freshman that is back there, Logan Kowalczyk, who checked in for Anthony Mwembia. Charlie Wojcicki sends it back to the midfield line. A lot of pushing near this midfield line. A little bit of pass going on here. Wojcicki looks to get past Troy Brady and just sends it back, as the Golden Griffin defense isn't really moving to do anything to help. That ball sent just past number 2, Vinny Warner. Charlie Wojcicki over there, and a whistle's going to get sounded as they're going to say they pushed Charlie, and it's going to be a free kick sent in. And great job there by Fabio DeRico. They called the whistle, and Bowling Green sent it in immediately and over to the left side to a wide open BG player, and saved by Fabio DeRico. Great job. DeRico has been the life of this team so far. This 1-5-0 Canisius Golden Griffins team, who are so desperately looking for a win. Their last win coming off the first game, or the second game they played this season. They are currently on a 4-game losing streak. The Falcons, however, come in only on a 2-game winning streak, losing to Cincinnati last Saturday and then losing to number 18 Kentucky on Tuesday. So the Falcons have been playing some good opponents. Fancy footwork there. And the Falcons look to push tempo. Sent across court, or across field, excuse me, to Kowalczyk. Or excuse me, that's Charlie Wojcicki. As the ball has been in that one spot so much and within the past 3 minutes, as this Golden Griffins defense just looks tired. Sent far to the left side of the field. And no real contest to the ball. They're just playing a zone defense, as yet again the referee, Leighton Kelly, is in the way. He has been in front of the action all night long, and that's the second or third time that he's just been in the way of the ball or of the play. It's kind of difficult in soccer for the referee to get out of the way. He looks to have hit him in the lower body, Leighton Kelly, as he's grimacing just a little bit. But it's hard in soccer for referees to get out of the way. Goal just a little wide. Wojcicki keeps it in. Great job by Wojcicki with that hustle, keeping it from going out of bounds, as the Falcons look to add to this lead. Hard to get out of the way in soccer when the ball is always in motion. It's very hard to be in a place that's relatively safe. There's always an amount of danger for the referee, as opposed to in baseball where umpires are set and in the NFL where it's a little easier for the referees to know what's going on. But with soccer, with the ball is all over the place. And great catch there by Logan Kowalczyk out there in the goal. And that's the first catch that he's made. Not the first save, but the first catch he's made. He looks good out there in the goal, the true freshman. That's got to be a great sign for the future of this Falcons team as they look to continue their success in soccer, beating some notable teams this year, beating Wisconsin, beating Northwestern, beating Cleveland State. They've also played 2 ranked teams so far this year, a scrimmage against Indiana earlier in August, as well as playing number 18 ranked Kentucky this past Tuesday. So this Falcons team is playing some great opponents and for the most part sticking around. And now with the lead, the Falcons are looking just to play solid defense. That's all you can really ask for out of this Falcons team right now in order to get the win here at home for a pretty good crowd here on a Saturday night. Of course, this is the bye week for the football team. The volleyball team's on the road, so this men's soccer team has really been it for Bowling Green sports this weekend here in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Substitution to the game first for Canisius, number 5. Alessia Anazoric in the game for number 2. Ryan Degelman also in the game.
Women's soccer was at home last night. They played Akron here at Cochran Stadium. They won 1-0. Their next game is going to be on Sunday, so tomorrow at 1 p.m. they're going to be playing the Buffalo Bulls. That's going to go on here at Cochran Stadium as well. It's senior day as well as dog day. So if you want to support those seniors and you want to see some dogs, come on out to Cochran Stadium tomorrow. Because who doesn't love dogs? That and soccer. Soccer and dogs. Vinny Warmer sends it across. And great save there by Fabio Dorico. 2 great stops. One of them was just a hand, just to swat it away. The other one just pushing it away from the goal. Great effort there by Fabio Dorico. Said his name a lot in the first half, and now in the second half, he made some pretty athletic moves. Maybe that's going to spark this Canisius Golden Griffins team that just has not been able to do anything since scoring earlier in that first half. Around halftime, it looked all Golden Griffins. But ever since, this Falcons team has looked great. Whistle is blown, so a free kick is going to be awarded to the Golden Griffins just to the right of the midfield stripe. And it's just going to be sent along the midfield stripe. And the midfield stripe really being a big part right now. Great move there by Brady. Great save there by Kowalczyk. Brady looked to have a lane, but Kowalczyk swatted that one away. Great job by the true freshman. Driving down Johnny Techie. Sent across the field to the left over to number 3, Matthew Spangler. Sent up and over. Header by the Falcons. Great job by this defense so far. There's been communication all the way around on this Falcons defense ever since the second half started. So I wonder if that was a big call and a big push for this Falcons team, as offsides is going to be called on Troy Brady. And the boot's going to get sent over. Headed by Brennan. Saved, and that was a push. There's the whistle. As number 19, I believe it was, if I'm seeing the number correctly. That was number 18, excuse me, I believe, Matt Walters. He had position going along the right sideline, and just to stop it, there was a push by the Golden Griffins. So free kick. Brennan's going to go ahead and take that.
Canisius yellow card issued to number 3, Matt Spangler.
And Matt Spangler's going to go ahead and get a yellow card. So one more of those, and he's going to be out of here. So that's the first caution of this game. Right after that little bit of a push. There's the whistle starting it off. Brennan just sends it. Brennan had the boot, and Brady shot it away. So corner kick for the Falcons. With 18 minutes left in this game. So plenty of time still for both teams to make a push. The Golden Griffins to tie it and the Falcons to pull away. And that's going to just get sent to number 20, Jensen Lucasco. A little bit of a muddle. And the Golden Griffins are going to be able to get away with it. No! By the Falcons, driving around. Sent, and goal! By the Falcons! Just getting past Fabio DeRico. That's the third one he's let through in this half alone. Great little shuffle pass there from the Falcons. Made a couple Golden Griffins miss, and just sending it into the net for the Falcons. Great shot there. For these Falcons, 3-1 now for this team, who in the first half lacked offensive life, and now in the defense had to stay in there. Charlie Wojcicki's going to come in for Kale Nichols. And Chris Sullivan's going to go ahead and check in for Abdi Faki. So this Falcons offense is back as they push yet again on this Canisius team. The goal was by Ike Swiger, excuse me. So great job by him in an effort to put this team up. Fabio DeRico's back there with a goal kick, just pushing it around a little bit. And he'll send it over. Other than DeRico, there hasn't really been much to say about this Golden Griffins team. Early in this game, Alessandro Fabiano scored a goal, made it 1-0, and it stood there until halftime. Or after halftime, I don't know what it was that was said over that little bit of a break by head coach Eric Nichols. But I'm sure it was along the lines of stop committing fouls and let's win the game, and that's what the Falcons are doing so far, as they have come and scored 3 unanswered goals. So in that regard, great job to the Falcons, but this game is not over yet. 16 minutes and counting. There's still plenty to play. And there's the communication. And another one for the Falcons, another whistle. And I believe it's going to be a free kick for the Falcons. Falcons had the position, had it past Troy Brady and the rest of this Golden Griffins squad, but the whistle. Charlie Wojcicki is going to come over there to take the kick. And they're going to do that touch pass maneuver. Send it over to the left side. Header, and looked a little more than ahead, but no whistles. As the whistles have really favored Bowling Green on this side of the half. Sent around. This Golden Griffins team really has not been able to do much this second half other than watch the ball go in their goal. Fabio Dorico, who was so solid in that first half, has got to be kicking himself after allowing 3 goals to get past him here, after making some phenomenal saves. But all the saves seem to just be on the left side of this field. Logan Kowalczyk has made quite a few as well. Sent on the other side of the field to Charlie Wojcicki. Back to midfield. Sent across. One-on-one. No goal. And goal! Falcons! Dorico came up to make a stop, but there was no attempt. Ball was just taken out. Dorico is not happy with his defense as he's over there arguing with Alessio Azzori. The Falcons just continue to pile it on. And Dorico is not happy at all as he is yelling at his defense. His defense has not been any help to him as these Falcon forwards just keep getting right past him. And by the looks of it, this could be a long bus ride home. Abdi Faki is going to go ahead and check back in for Chris Brennan. That goal was scored by Matt Walters, number 18. And there was an assist by Chris Sullivan, but that ball was pretty much all done by Matt Walters, getting away from these Golden Griffin defenders and finding enough space to score. And here's the attack again, as Charlie Wojcicki's going to just watch that ball sail out to the side. And it's going to be the Falcons' ball. 4-1 the score, 13 minutes and counting. Zach Smith on the call here at Cochran Stadium here in Bowling Green. The Golden Griffins looking for some life here. And this ball's going to just go ahead and roll out of bounds. And no, they're going to say it stayed in. Number 11, Federico Moretto, is over there for the Golden Griffins, just trying to add some contest. But for the Golden Griffins, just by the way that they're playing right now, this game is in their heads all but over. But as most players will say, play till the whistle. There's still a lot of time. Theoretically, they can still come back and score 3 straight goals, but for the Falcon faithful, you don't really want to see that tonight. As this is going to just become a large game of keep away. Ball sent over. Offsides. Great idea there, but nobody home other than Fabio Dorico, and so the offsides is called. So free ball, Dorico sends it over. Hurdle there by Wojcicki, but that left ankle looks like he's in a little bit of pain, but he's going to go ahead and stay in the game. Whistle, Bowling Green ball. Ball's going to be sent across the field and just back over to the midfield stripe in an effort to keep this game going. After this game, Bowling Green will travel to Detroit, Michigan to take on Detroit Mercy on Tuesday at about 7 o'clock. As another opportunity for the Golden Griffins. Saved by Wojcicki. Kowalczyk, excuse me, not Wojcicki. Logan Kowalczyk has made some big plays here following the absence of Anthony Mwabia, excuse me, a little bit of a tongue twister. Wojcicki sends it across. One-on-one matchup on the right side. Across, and it's going to be sent out of bounds off of the leg of number 3, Matt Spangler. Corner kick for the Falcons. Following today's game, Canisius will be taking on Siena on Wednesday at 4 p.m. in Buffalo, New York. So both teams will be back in action relatively soon. Corner kick for the Falcons. It's Wojcicki. Short Wojcicki. Just going to go ahead and dribble it out a little bit. Sent around. Saved by the Falcons. And the whistle. So it's going to be Canisius' ball. 9 minutes left. Throw in is received and just bobbled there. The Golden Griffins have not looked good since coming out of the half. It's just been struggles and hurting themselves in terms of fouls. By no means do you want to give players an opportunity to hurt themselves. Charlie Wojcicki is going to go ahead and check out in favor of Vinny Warner. And for Canisius, Troy Brady is going to go ahead and check out in favor of number 16, it looks like. Number 16, that's Do Awuk. But the one thing you don't want to do in sports is allow the other team to capitalize on your mistakes. It's all about playing the game the way that you can control it. One-on-one matchup yet again. No quit. They're up. The Falcons are up by 3 points, but just continue this relentless assault on this Canisius defense. And now there's a fight breaking out, as it looked like a piggyback ride out there by number 10. That's Johnny Teki. He went and just hopped on the back of the Bowling Green defender after he got pushed down. And he started putting his hands up, ready to go. So it's going to be a free ball for the Falcons, as Canisius is getting a little chippy, down 3 points here with 6 minutes to go. As the Falcons will just dribble the ball out here to try to end this game. As we play here on this Saturday night. sending down the field for yet another attempt, which this Golden Griffin team really hasn't done. The ball has pretty much stayed on the right side of the field for most of this half and for most of this game, as a matter of fact, as the Golden Griffins were on that side last half, excuse me, as they tried to get back into this half, and it just is not working at all for the Golden Griffins. For that next game, they're going to really need to focus on helping out their great goalkeeper in Fabio DeRico by giving him some defensive help. The defense has not been there this second half, and I think that's been the biggest problem for this Golden Griffin team. For the Falcons, it's just not fouling so much, as another Bowling Green player is limping a little bit, another leg injury. Looked like he just stepped on it a little weird. But for the Falcons, it's all about not committing fouls. The reason why the Golden Griffins were doing so well in that first half was they were not committing any fouls to the Bowling Green 6, but in this half, it's been all the Golden Griffins making fouls. I mean, there's been a few Falcon fouls from time to time, but it's been all Golden Griffins committing silly mistakes. As we get under the 4-minute mark, this Golden Griffin defense has had no answer to the Falcons as they've given up 4 straight points. All coming on some great goals for the Falcons. Another breakaway and another save by Fabio DeRico. Even up by 4 goals, the Falcons are still fighting. And the ball's going to get sent out for a Bowling Green throw-in. And no strong windup, it's just going to be a simple throw-in. Ball's going to get sent back to that far sideline. Back up top. As the Falcons look maybe not just to score, but to more so run out the clock. You see a lot of teams do that when they're up by a lot in sports, whether it be football, baseball, soccer. Although they still might be trying to score all the time, it's not as bad. They try more so just to milk the clock. So it's a show of sportsmanship in that regard. Another little push, though. As in terms of weather, it's actually turned out to be quite a great night here in Bowling Green, Ohio. The rain has held off. It looked earlier like it was going to rain, but no rain was in the forecast. It's currently 65 degrees here in Bowling Green, so it's a pretty nice night for some fall activities, as the leaves have begun to fall. Throw in for the Golden Griffins as we hit the 2-minute mark, as a lot of these fans will start to head out with this game all but over. But most of the Falcon faithful are still here rooting their team on. Sprinkled every little while with some Canisius Golden Griffin fans who are still here supporting their team. And you have to like this athleticism and quickness of Abdi Faki, number 7 for the Falcons, as he's been up and down this field. And his speed has been evident as he's been able to burn some of these defenders. And whistle's going to get played here against the Falcons. Manuel Cavazzoli
was pushed, so he's going to go ahead and take the free ball as the wall is going to get formed at the goal. And Logan Kowalczyk goes and makes an athletic grab. The true freshman has to be a great sign for these Falcons and for this coaching staff. After watching Anthony Mawabia get set out of the game in the first half after a vicious hit with Lachlan Beaver. Lachlan Beaver hasn't come back. I don't know what his status is, but the referee, Leighton Kelly, said, Anthony Mawabia, you need to go ahead and step out, and he hasn't been back since. But these Falcons have been in great hands with Logan Kowalczyk as we hit the 30-second mark here in this game. And they'll just continue to dribble this out. Ten seconds left. And they'll just continue to dribble this one out. And one last heave by the Golden Griffins, but nothing. And the Falcons are going to win this game with a final score of 4-1, with goals coming from Chris Brennan, Matt Walters, Chris Sullivan, and I don't have a stat up for the fourth goal, but it's there. For Canisius, that one goal came from Fabiano back in the first half, and that second half was all Falcons. So great job by this Falcons team, as the Falcons will go ahead and improve to 5-3-1 on the season, while the Canisius Golden Griffins fall to 1-6 on the year. Overall, great game, as there's nothing but celebration out there for the Falcons, but it's going to be a long bus ride for the Canisius Golden Griffins. Again, the Falcons will be back in action on Tuesday, taking on Detroit Mercy in Detroit, Michigan. That game's at 7 o'clock. For the Canisius Golden Griffins, they're going to head to Buffalo, New York, where they will play at home against Siena at 4 p.m. on Wednesday.
I just saw goals and I was like,
For everybody here at Cochran Stadium, thank you very much for watching and listening. Again, the Falcons win with a final score 4-1. Thank you all, and have a great rest of your night.
because we haven't had one in soccer.